Vroom, 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 vroom. Hey, you guys, how are you? I hope that you guys are super epic today. It's your brother Paul, aka Peter Pan, aka the handsome sex god. And, guys, I'm just gonna dive into this one today, as per usual. So, over here we're in Africa. As you can see, the avocado tree, proof that we're in Africa. And, yeah. So, anyway, so last night, my family and I, we were in my grandmother's room, and we were just praying. We were just praying for the world. As you guys know, most of you will know that I used to be a Christian, not anymore. But my dad is still. My dad's like I think he's upgraded to like a reverend now, and my mom's like a prayer leader type of vibe. So, and my grandmother also believes in Jesus in the stereotypical way. And my brother's not on that wave, that frequency anymore, kind of like me. But I'm on a whole different spiritual frequency. But let's go on with the story. So, why do I keep doing this? It's like a karate chop is normally like this. It's like some interesting, like a. Okay, fuck it. Neck chop or some shit. So, so we were praying, and then, by the way, before we continue with the story, the point of this video, if it's not clearly abundant, switch those words around. If it's not abundantly clear by the title, then I'll make it abundantly clear right now. The point of this video is, I would say, to how I would help people see who God really is, okay? And what reality really is, okay? So it's a very simple way of understanding what the fuck is going on in this world and who is behind all of this, okay? So here we go. So we're praying and stuff, and we're praying, and then I'm making jokes, cracking jokes as usual. And then my brother, when he prayed, I thanked God for how awesome we are. And then also prayed for people, because I know that prayer does work regardless of your religion. Even if you're guys, you know, even if you're an atheist, prayer works. So no religion can say, "Oh no, prayer is proof of our God." Like, you can't say that. Prayers being answered is not really proof of anything, actually. Also, prophecies being proved, even miracles, real miracles. Like, but anyway, let's not go into a detour. Let's stay focused, okay? Let's stay focused. So, my brother said amen, and he said in the name of Jesus. So I was like, do you even... I was fucking around and like, nudged him on the shoulder. Do you even believe in Jesus? They should have seen the look on my mom's face. But anyway, so afterwards, my mom came up and she spoke to me. She's like, Paul, you know, they prayed for me. My dad prayed for me. My mom prayed for me. I'm thankful that they care about me. That's awesome. It's fucking awesome. So my mom's like, you know, Jesus is the real one. Jesus is the only one. Like, blah 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 blah. And I think a lot of you guys know my views on Jesus. That he's more than just it's a parable. It's a parable, but he represents someone great. He represents someone great. I'm not saying it's me or anything. I am saying it's me, but it's a metaphor for consciousness itself. Okay, but let's not go super deep into that. So I would have explained this, what I'm about to tell you guys, to my mother, and I'll get to that right now. So, I'm not sure. Anyway, fuck it. Okay. Yes, guys, don't try to be perfect, okay? Just be genuine. Just take imperfect action, and that's how you get stuff done, okay? And that's how you get better, and that's how you improve at stuff, okay? Let's get present, by the way. I'm still about to work out. Fucking gains. Okay. And then I'm gonna shower and stuff. So anyway, I would have explained this to my mom, but I was like, I have attempted to explain it before. I'll just fucking just leave it. So this is what it is, right? There's two states, right? There's or a couple states. There's multiple states, but I'm gonna name two. There's many states, but I'm gonna name two. Okay, the first is Ohio. I'm joking. Okay. Um, there's the waking state. Okay, and there's the dreaming state. Okay, there's other states as well. Now, you've probably heard of lucid dreaming. Okay, so there's also something called lucid waking. Okay, in lucid dreaming, you you're in a dream and you can like I had a dream last night, right? And I was present in the dream even though I wasn't aware of who was dreaming the dream. I was aware that I was the character in the dream, okay? I was me in the dream, but I wasn't aware that I was me in a different world dreaming this fucking dream, okay? When you're lucid dreaming, you become aware of who is dreaming the dream, or you essentially just become aware that you're dreaming, okay? And with that awareness, you're able to form chandeliers in the air, just like, wow, chandelier, or Rolls Royce, right? Or you can just create someone behind you, and then you turn around and you're like, oh, it's that other girl who sucked my dick, okay? Um, yeah, you can do a bunch of things with lucid dreaming. So there's a state, and I heard this from Rupert Spira and some hints from other people. I've also listened to the audiobook called Inner Engineering by Sadhguru. He's like a yogi type of vibe. And so we spoke about the yogis and stuff like that. But anyway, so lucid waking is essentially when you realize who is creating what's going on around and who is perceiving what is going on around. It's kind of like knowing who is, not that this is per se a dream per se, some call it a dream, but it's very similar to a dream. It's like a larger version, it seems. Who is dreaming this dream right here? And to my understanding, when you are aware of that and you're aware that this is just some kind of dream and you're aware of this and this really sinks in, you become really present and really lucid. Like when you become lucid in a dream, you become present to the moment in the dream. And you're no longer like lost in the story of the dream, the theme of what's going on. Okay, I'm going to the grocery store and I'm getting these fucking carrots and cabbages. You're no longer enthralled by that story. Instead, you become present. You're like, oh, I'm in some grocery store. Hey, I'm awake. Hey, I'm here. Hey, I'm dreaming. And then you start doing stuff freely. You break out of the story and you start doing stuff like freely. And then you can start creating stuff. You're like, oh, it's just a dream. I'll just create this, create that, create that. Now in lucid waking is when now in the lucid dreaming, you kind of realize that, okay, I'm just dreaming. I am this human being who is dreaming, right? So in lucid waking, to my understanding, you realize that you are God dreaming this whole dream, as God dreaming that he's human, okay? And through that, like, okay, people might ask, like, yeah, and through that you get these amazing fucking powers, right? Like what the yogis have. The yogis where they can just fucking teleport to a place or levitate. But anyway, let's get more tangible evidence, I want to call it that, tangible data that we can look at. So something like this would be how this could be a good explanation for as to how manifestation works, right? Like I'm sure you guys have heard of the law of attraction. There's miracles. Those who are more religious, you might have heard of miracles, or maybe you've seen them with your own eyes. Chances are, if you're a devout person of religion of some sort, you've probably had your prayers answered. Okay, regardless of your religion. That's the most interesting thing. That's one of the most interesting things. Like, you can be any religion, get your prayers answered, even if you don't believe in a god. Okay, still get your prayers answered. So even if you made up the god, you still get your prayers answered. Anyway, so this is one of my favorite jacket thingies, by the way. I fucking love this. It's like, bro, Clint, Brooklyn, bro. So games, fucking games. nipple action. So I've manifested multiple things before. Back when I, like now, right? But back when I was a Christian, when I used to be one, I've had my prayers answered a, a myriad of times, if that's even the correct way to use that word, okay? I've had my prayers answered a lot, okay? It was kind of a normal thing, but it was like something that I still appreciated because it wasn't always answered, but it was answered relatively often, okay? And more than 3 times, that's good, okay? That's, I don't know, maybe more than 10 times. That's more stable. More than 10 times. That's more stable. But anyway, so now that I've began learning about how prayer works, how spirituality works, how neuro-linguistic programming works, sounds so fucking scientific. Now I've been, dude, my feet are just like crossed. Like I'm wearing these sandals, like my legs are just like so relaxedly like intertwined. Anyway, so when you begin understanding these things and how the imagination translates into reality, and how reality is actually drawing from your imagination, it's almost as if reality is the vagina and your imagination is the dick. Just fucking, your awareness, sorry, is the dick. And it moves through the imagination, focusing on some type of scene or event or some words that have been uttered in the visualized picture, and it brings it into reality in some shape or form, depending on the emotions that you're feeling at the time. And I hope that you caught what I'm saying. Hope that you understand that. In would latents, if I could say latents terms, because that sounds really fancy. Latents terms. I don't know if I'm using it correctly, but anyway, I'm a practice. That's how you get better with this vocab stuff. Okay. In latents terms, you if you picture something in your mind and you put emotion behind it, the picture or the thought is the content. Okay? Think of it like this. Picture or thought, content, right? Emotion, wherever emotion, yeah, I guess you feel it. It's a body's reaction to a thought. Emotion determines context. Thought, content, emotion, context. Okay? So the most important thing in my experience through my journey is that emotion is the most vital. So you can think of any thought, whether most people say it's a good thought or a not good thought, and you could think it's a good thought or you could think it's a not good thought. But if you put a good emotion behind it, that thought, which may be thought to be good or not good, will occur or appear in the context of the emotion that you felt. So if you felt a good emotion, it appears in the context of a good thing. So maybe someone thinks of, I don't know, a car hitting something, right? But if you think of that with a good emotion, that is going to appear in a good context, even though it may be really, it's like, what the fuck, right? Because I used to think like, oh, just think positive, think positive, think positive. But what it is it's feel positive, feel positive, feel positive, okay? Or feel relaxed. Like the baseline feeling that you want to feel is relaxed. And then that appears. Maybe it'll appear in like a. And I want to tell you guys something really fucking important in like 5 seconds right now. This is also important, but something really important. So then maybe you might be watching one of your favorite movies, Fast or Furious. You just find yourself watching, and then you're like, oh, I don't know. They need to hit the bonnet of the car for them to win the match. And you're like, come on, you can do this, you can do this. And then they hit it just perfectly against the wall or something. You're like, yay! And what happened is you manifested that scene through your thought, a random thought about that thing with when you were feeling pretty happy. Okay, and then that simulated itself. Okay, so the important thing that I want to tell you is this, right? Whatever emotion you feel, you are going to create your world through that emotion, okay? But the awesome thing is this, you can control your emotions by just feeling relaxed, regardless of thoughts, regardless of outside circumstances, right? Be a fucking man, okay? Fucking man. Be relaxed, right? Breathe slowly, and a way to be relaxed is getting present, okay? And this is a way to show you who's in control of what's going on, right? Who's in control of what's going on. if you are relaxed, right? You just relaxed. Whatever thought comes to you, whatever someone says, you just stay relaxed, right? I know for myself, right? My own fucking experience. Look at this beautiful fucking striding chest. Fucking awesome, bro. Ooh, shoulders. Ooh, you win. Okay. Then your life is gonna be relaxed if you feel relaxed. Like relaxed things are gonna happen. Things like eventually when you're done moving through all the things that you've manifested, the seeds, let's use metaphors. The seeds that you've planted the previous month. Once you've moved through all of them, those small little shrooms or little not mushrooms, not shrooms, the small little plants that have sprouted in this metaphor, once you've moved through them and you've started planting the seeds of relaxation, now the seeds of concern and blah 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 have already sprouted and they've faded and they're down and they've been replaced now with seeds of relaxation. What's going to happen is now your garden is full of just relaxation and you just relaxing. So maybe things weren't comfortable for you at your home, your house situation with your family, but then you started relaxing and you moved through that not comfort, responding to it with relaxation, right? Then what happens eventually is those feelings of not feeling comfortable, they evaporate. And now, because you've been relaxed through that, I'm trying to change my vocal tonality as I say this, keeps you drawn in, okay? So, so now it becomes normal for you to have this flow of relaxation in your life. So, because right now, right, since I changed my emotions and stuff and how I respond to things, it's just like the luck. You see, this is how luck works, right? The luck that I have now is just relaxed and calm. Like whenever something happens, it's just in a calm vibe. Just whatever the fucking content is, just the context is calm. Okay? So if you stay relaxed, you will see that it's you. You are the one creating your world around you. You are the one in charge of it through the emotions that you feel and the thoughts that you create. If you learn to control your mind, control your own mind, you can learn to actually do that through learning to silence your mind, which is a state where you don't have any thoughts, which is kind of what I'm experiencing right now because I chose to silence it. So I'm talking right now, even though I have no thoughts in my head because I've silenced my mind. So all that I'm experiencing right now is someone speaking, someone that is expressing these intentions that I had before I silenced my mind. So I'm essentially just observing this person speaking. It doesn't, and now it's so funny because even when I look away, there are no words in what we may consider to be the head. It's just like, maybe, perhaps it's the subconscious that is bringing these things to the surface, right? But let's not dive in too deep because I was just about to say a human being or a person is a concept, right? But let's not dive into deep into that. So what I would say is the lessons of today is that prayer gets answered regardless of your religion. It's about your belief and your faith. And the Bible is it emphasizes faith so much because whoever wrote it, I believe that it's me, whoever wrote it, I can believe whatever I choose to believe. It might be me, it might not be me. Whatever I choose it to be. Whoever wrote it was aware of the power of faith, okay? The power of faith, okay? Of your beliefs and what we spoke about, the confirmation bias, right? How your brain proves that it works out to prove that whatever you believe is true, okay? And whatever you don't believe to be not true. So whatever you believe to be true, evidence will appear. So anyway, I trust that you guys benefited from this video. I'm going to go lift a bit. When I say lift, I mean calisthenics, lift myself, and then lift this barbell that I have, and then shower. Peace, guys. Vroom, vroom, vroom.